am super excited. You join me on a journey to uncover the hidden secrets of the Bible that have been shrouded in mystery for over 6,000 years. Explore the depths of ancient texts and unravel the mysteries that have captivated humanity for centuries. Today, it will be understanding Proverbs chapter 2 verse 1 to 22. We shall understand 5 verses at a go with great insight. Let's to understand from verse 1 to 5. Verse 1, my son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you. Verse 2, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Verse 3, and if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding. Verse 4, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure. Verse 5, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Well, we understand that those with the qualifications to sonship to God have ability to the full understanding of knowledge and hidden treasures of God. It also brings us to the question, how can one be born as a child or son of God? Because we see all good things are only for the sons of God, the creator of everything. As we understand this word, we have to be with this in our mind. The point of concern, because everyone when reading Bible may think the message inside this book it's for everyone, yet it's only for the sons of God, because those are the ones who can listen and learn from Him. Did you know of it? Do you have that sonship? Verse 6 to 10. Verse 6, for the Lord gives wisdom, and from His mouth come knowledge and understanding. Verse 7, He holds victory in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless. Verse 8, for He guards the course of the just and protects the way of His faithful ones. Verse 9, then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path. Verse 10, for wisdom will enter your heart and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Well, our soul to be in good state, everyone who is a believer needs to listen from God, because in Him there is wisdom, knowledge and understanding. And however listen is guided and shielded, thus protecting those who love Him because they take advice from Him, who allow them to know what is right. That is, everyone need to know God, who He is. Verse 11 to 15. Verse 11, discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Verse 12, wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from men whose words are perverse. Verse 13, who leave the straight paths, to walk in dark ways. 14, who delight in doing wrong, and rejoice in the perverseness of evil. Verse 15, whose paths are crooked, and who are devious in their ways. Well, one not to be lead to the way of darkness as to find wisdom, because through it the knowledge is achieved which has to guide the way for one to be saved. That is why the Bible says, if one lacks wisdom, ask. That means the wisdom can be given. But how do we ask for it without doubt to be given? We need to know it. Keep up with me, I will be guiding you in this. Verse 16 to 22. Verse 16, it will save you also from the adulteress, from the wayward wife with her seductive words. Verse 17, who has left the partner of her youth, and ignored the covenant she made before God. Verse 18, for her house leads down to death, and her paths to the spirits of the dead. Verse 19, none who go to her return, or attain the paths of life. Verse 20, thus you will walk in the ways of good men, and keep to the paths of the righteous. Verse 21, for the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. Verse 22, but the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the unfaithful will be torn from it. Well, one becoming of God, that means, is a chosen one. Therefore, there has to be a covenant between God and His chosen ones for them to be guided, not to be with the wicked one, because through this covenant God sets up the rules to govern His people to reach their blessings, which is also their hope too. That is why God sets up the covenant to govern His people. Even today, those who belong have to be knowing the covenant they have to be keeping to be blessed, unless you are not His. So what do you think about this covenant, and what is this covenant God's people are supposed to keep? Stay updated spiritually, like and comment your opinion, and don't forget to follow for more, as well as subscribe down to get more about this.